thank you for taking your precious time to be here with us. So today, basically, we would try to address two different kinds of audience. Audience who are first time coming to their Thermomix journey, experiencing their first demo, and also we have another group of audience who are already users, happily enjoying all kinds of cooking at home and here to understand more and to know more functions and also to learn more recipes. So if it's your first time with us this morning, it's good that if you can let me know that you are here with us, just type 1 in the chat. And, because of your presence, I will ensure that I will explain the full functions of the Thermomix to enable you to really understand what the Thermomix can do for you. Okay, so if it's your first time here, please put 1 in the chat. Hi, Isa. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. Nurul, Fred, Shiha, hi. Great. We have quite a number of newcomers here. Radiance. Congratulations on your first step into understanding the Thermomix, right? Because it is really the most well-known kitchen machine now in market. And it's really great to see what it does and what it can do for us in the kitchen. Good morning. Okay, so my name is Ting Ting. I have journeyed with Thermomix for 11 years already, starting with the first stages like all of you. 11 years ago, I saw a demo in a friend's house and immediately fell in love with it. So I wish also to be able to present to you today all the functions, enable you to understand the full fledged of what Thermomix can help you with at home, right? So together with the team, we have Ezrin, we have Olivia, and Sunita and Zarina to share with you what the Thermomix is. All right, so to start, I'd like to ask for all that we have, the audience that we have today together with us, first of all, do you think if cooking is important at home? Home cooking, first of all, is it important to you? If it's yes, just put yes. Right? I think it's something that we can't deny anymore, that we need to really cook at home, especially in this time. And with cooking at home, we are able to ensure that we have quality food. Only when we cook at home, we ensure that we actually keep our food preparation hygienic and safe for our family, right? But the thing is that when we do cook at home, we do face a few challenges. And we would like to see, if there is anything that can help us with to overcome all these kind of challenges. For example, when we cook at home, we want to think about, whether do we really save money when we do cook at home? Yeah, or actually, we actually do spend a lot more. And today we're going to share with you this money saving part that when you do cook at home, you really do save a lot. Because what you can create at home is only a fraction of what you pay in the restaurant. All right, maybe 5 times less than what you need to pay outside. Okay, so money saving for sure, right? And then reliably easy recipe. We also want to be sure that when we want to cook at home, we can do it, right? That we have easy recipes that we can follow, easy recipes that we can, duplicate and do it day to day. All right, and then healthy eating, of course. What we put inside our food is important. Like at home, you can ensure that there's no MSG, that there's no artificial flavoring, there is no preservatives. The moment you order food from outside, can you confirm all these things? We can't, right? Because in restaurant, we don't even know what kind of oil they use. Back to the basics, like even vegetables, right? Whether even they really wash it well, right? So, at home, we can ensure that we have the best. Okay. And creative cooking, something that we do face every day, thinking about what to eat. Yeah, not just for ourselves, but for the entire family. So imagine for myself, there's 5 members in the house. It is really, really tough to think about what to eat every day. Right? Catering to everyone's liking. I'd like to share this wonderful news with you. With the Thermomix, we have 67,000 recipes. lots of recipes, 67,000. So can you imagine doing like 10 recipes a day? Even doing 10, you will not be finishing all the 67,000 in a lifetime. So there's lots of recipes to explore. Okay. And then time saving, something that's very precious to us, time, especially even for children now and for parents now who has to juggle between working from home and also office, it is tough. And then how do you cook, right? When you have this kind of hectic schedule. Now, I want to let you know today that with Thermomix, you can, and later you will observe how. Okay. Now, in the world, we have presence in over 80 countries, and we are under a company called Forward, and this company has been around for 130 years. So manufacturer of Thermomix has in fact been around for 130 years, okay? To give you the reliable support for a very long time, okay? And also, the Thermomix has actually been around since 1960. So to a lot of people who have just heard of Thermomix, to you, you might think that, oh, is it something new in the market? Is it something that has just been around for a year or two? How reliable is it? This piece of information, we want you to, have the confidence in this product because it has been around since 1960, being like a normal blender when it was first invented, and it has evolved over the years to what it is today. So it's a very strong product. And until now, it is still the best all-in-one super kitchen machine. Yeah? And you realize that, well, every few seconds, a new home starts to open. It is really growing that fast. All right? So what is essentially in the Thermomix? What are the accessories that come with it? Let me introduce to you how it looks like. Right? This is how the entire machine looks like. Okay? So the top here is what we call the Varoma. Varoma is actually your steaming tray. Okay, so this steaming tray is very unique. It is 3.3 liter in size, quite big, right? 3.3 liter, and it comes in 2 layers. So the bottom layer is called the Varoma dish, where you can also steam something at the bottom, and you have an upper tray where you can also steam another layer of food on top, saving you time when you can do 2 dishes at one go. Okay. You can also opt to remove the top tray and have a big room size where you can fit a whole chicken inside, right? So it's very flexible, very useful. And this is the cover that comes with it. And moving here, this is our TM bowl. TM bowl comes with a lid and a measuring cup, MC, all right? So the MC, the purpose of the MC is to cover the lid, okay? And the lid is to cover the bowl, right? So why is this called measuring cup? Because they have 2 measurements that is designed in the cup to give you convenience when you want to measure like liquid. For example, you want to measure milk or water or sauces that you can pour into your cooking. Okay. So here there are 2 measurements. You would be able to see the 50 milliliter mark and the 100 milliliter mark. So these are commonly used measurements. Okay? And also the lid covers the bowl, right? And you could see that the TM bowl, Thermomix bowl, it is made of solid stainless steel. Within the bowl, there is a plate. Okay, so, and the best thing is that the blade can be removed. If you observe the blade, there are 4 sides. Every side is slightly different in shape and in size, and even in height to give it the optimum result, okay, performance that you're using. All right. So why stainless steel is chosen? Simply because stainless steel, it doesn't absorb smell. So you have no worries about food smell crossing over when you're doing the next dish. For example, if you cook curry or you cook your frying noodles now, the next moment you use the TM bowl to whip up a smoothie, you wouldn't be worried about your smoothie having the curry smell or the fried noodle smell, right? So this is why stainless steel is chosen. All right. And of course, the most important thing is the built-in technology. The Thermomix comes with a special patented motor that is called frictionless motor. So with this motor, because it is frictionless, it doesn't require fan because it doesn't get heated up. There's no friction when it's blending or exact word. And you do not need to worry about having the motor smell or having to rest and overheating problem. Okay, so so this is a special patented technology. On top of that, how fast, how powerful the motor is, it goes up to 10,700 rotation per minute. You mean, imagine 60 seconds, it goes up to 10,700 rotation. Really, really fast, right? And equivalent to your driving speed at 250 kilometers per hour. So it's very powerful. Beyond that, a lot of people are very attracted to the screen. When you look at the screen, you really want to come and touch it, right? Because it is a large screen and it is color screen, okay? So this is, when you see the 3 circle, this is the Thermomix home screen. So what can you see in this 3 circles? The 3 circles represents the time to cook, how long you want to cook your food. The second circle represents the temperature that you want to cook with. And then the third represents the speed that you want to cook in. So for example, if you want to cook kaya, then you set the time of 45 minutes. Temperature, kaya cannot do with high temperature, right? Because it will curdle, it wouldn't turn out smooth. So you go on a low temperature, like 80 degrees, 90 degrees, and then the speed represents your hand stirring. So whenever you cook with Thermomix, there's only 3 main things to set. The first is the time, the second is the temperature, and the third is the speed, okay? So when we talk about Thermomix, we talk about, wow, there are so many other functions, there are 20 over functions. Where are they? They are actually on the other side of the screen. When you scroll, you'll be able to, when you slide the screen, you'll just see, wow, there are a lot of functions available here. And there are more. And in fact, there are even more blank spaces ready for next new functions that may be invented in time when you use it, and it will be updated automatically when you turn on your Thermomix. And because it has Wi-Fi, built-in Wi-Fi capability, it's able to update the software and bring down any new functions that has been created in our research center. So your Thermomix is like a living thing, it's something that is live. You will see that there will be functions that is being added as you're using at no additional cost, right? And that is very interesting. The other part, when we talk about the 67,000 recipes, how do we access to those recipes? When we scroll to the other side of the screen, this is where you're able to serve online on our Cookie-Do platform to access to the 67,000 recipes as of today, and it is still ever growing. All right. So this is, see, it has even a customized screen for me. It says, "Hello Ping, what would you like to cook today?" How wonderful is it? It's so inviting, right, to come and touch the machine. And I wish that all of you, we would be able to meet someday, and we will be able to do a live show together with you and your friends as well. All right, so how do you own the Thermomix? We have 3 ways for everyone to own the Thermomix. The full payment is 7,188. We have currently a 200 ringgit voucher that when you purchase, you can immediately use the 200 ringgit voucher, bringing the price to only 6,988. Okay, and we also have financing up to 24 months. Okay, so we want to make this really affordable for every family to be able to cook and eat well at home. So 24 months working on a daily basis, it's only 9 ringgit a day. Very affordable, right? Especially in Malaysia. And then we also have the third option, which is a very interesting option. Join us and earn it for free. Okay, so very frequently, if you're already a user and you felt that one Thermomix is great, but if you can have 2, it's even better, right? You do not need to buy a second unit. You can, I would encourage you to look into our partner program, come in and earn your second unit. Okay, so if you're interested in this, do look up to your advisor and ask them to explain this partner program to you, right? Okay, so one Thermomix does it all. As I shared, there's 20 functions in one. So before Thermomix was invented, like my home, I'm sure like most of your home, it is very similar, okay? I had blenders. How many of you had blenders at home prior to Thermomix? Okay, I have 2 actually. one for my, my sambal, my chili, and all those, and then another one for my smoothie, for my, juices, so that I do not get the smell going to my juices. So I have 2 blenders, okay? So they have 2 equipments already at home. And I also have an electric steamer. Why electric steamer? Because then I don't need to go to the stove, check the fire, whether, the water has already been all evaporated and I burn my wok. Okay, so I had a steamer that helped me set the time. So some of you may have that as well. Okay, if you don't have that, you can also put it in the chat room. And then if you do explore and venture into baking, you will then invest in a cake mixer and also in a weighing machine, for sure, right? And a lot of measuring cups, perhaps. Okay, so there's already 5 equipments in your house. And some, they say, okay, other than making cakes and all, I want to learn how to make bread. Then we invest in a bread maker. How many of you have bread maker at home? Right? So there are 6 different things. So you want to cook rice, you buy a rice maker. Okay, 7 things already, right? And you want to make ice cream, you buy an ice cream maker. 8 different equipments at home. Juicer, another one, 9. So can you imagine having your kitchen full of all this equipment and you take everything out? Can you place them on your kitchen top to make sure that you use it? Impossible, right? There's so many things. Your kitchen will look very cluttered and very messy. And the toughest thing is every time you cook, you got to make sure that you wipe all this because there'll be grease all around the kitchen, right? So after a while, what do? We tend to keep all this single function because they are single function. Most of it, you don't use them every day, right? For example, bread maker. If you don't make bread every day, right? Would you have it on the kitchen top? Of course not. You will only take it out when you use it. Or even like cake mixer. When you make a cake, you take out all the equipment, your cake mixer, your weighing machine, all the weighing cups to get everything done. After that, wow, a whole lot of mess to clean up, right? So, and a lot of tedious work. So after a while, you felt that, hey, these are all single function. You hardly use them. And once you keep, it becomes white elephant. So why is Thermomix different? A lot of people was like, yeah, why did Thermomix become a white elephant? Right? Because the Thermomix is designed as an all-in-one. You will never get a chance to keep. Why? Because your morning breakfast, simple things like making half-boiled eggs, which you will normally take out hot, fill up with water, turn on the gas, watch the fire, set your, watch your time and cook your half or hard-boiled egg. And very often it gets over because you're not there to really monitor it, right? Now, with the Thermomix, you can just set the time, put inside, and cook your half-boiled egg. So morning, it's your pot, okay? When it comes to like children are awake, you want to make the juice. Do you need to take out a juicer when you have a Thermomix? No, it becomes your juice maker. After that, in the afternoon, when you want to fry bee-hoon, when you want to chop your chili, let's say you want to make tom yum bee-hoon, you need to take out a blender to blend your chili paste, and then a wok to fry. But with the Thermomix, you don't need to. Everything happens within the Thermomix. So in the morning is your egg boiler, and then it became your juicer, and then it became your wok. At 3 o'clock, you want to make cake, it becomes your mixer. So that's the reason why Thermomix is called all-in-one, because it is simply catering to all your kitchen needs. When you need it, it is right there. The best part of all is at the end of the day, when you want to wash, you only wash one single egg, right? So that gives you a lot of convenience. Perfect kitchen partner for anyone of any family size. If you're cooking for yourself, it is indeed the greatest thing. You don't need to invest in so many equipments that you hardly use, right? Invest in one that goes with you a long way. When you start a family, it is great. Start a kitchen, a new home. And when you have babies, family starts to grow, Thermomix will become your best baby food processor. Children grows up, you want a variety, cookies, cake, muffins, ice cream, that is already there for you to explore. And for those who are in their golden years, it's important that we eat well, in those times. But you know, it's tiring to cook in the kitchen. But if you can have the Thermomix, can you imagine? You can still sit down and cook and still be able to eat healthy food, enjoy healthy food. Okay? So without further ado, we want to bring you through different recipes that illustrates different function. And I'm going to pass the screen to Zarina first to teach you how to make a morning tea. All right? So I will share the screen to Zarina. Just hang on, I may spotlight her so you can see her clearly. Okay?
Hi everyone. Can everyone hear me loud and clear?
Yes, yes. Let me put you on spotlight first.
Can I start now?
Okay, yes, you can start now.
Okay, hi everyone. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Zarina. And this is actually my first time doing this live demo here today with all the managers and my branch manager, Ping Ping. And I'm so excited to be here. I'm so happy to share a recipe with you. Okay, so today I will be making hot apple tea. I will show you guys how easy it is to make hot apple tea, all right, using the guided cooking mode. Okay, so it's a recipe from the Cookie Dough platform. I've already speed. Okay, so actually, you can actually plan cooking ahead, okay, for the day or for the weeks to come. All right, so I just have to go to my week. Okay, so when you search for a recipe in Cookie Dough, it will appear on your touchscreen display, all right? So as you scroll down, it will actually show you and tell you what are the ingredients needed, all right, as well as how to prepare it. Okay, so if you scroll further down, it will also tell you the tips and hints, okay? So if you want a sweeter version, you can always add honey to it. All right, so all you need is just 3 simple ingredients, which is 275 grams of dessert apples, okay, and 450 of water, as well as 4 cloves. Okay, let's start. Click start cooking. All right, so this Thermomix has its own built-in weighing scale, so making it very convenient for everyone, so you don't have to pre-measure all your ingredients, so you can just measure as you go. All right, so this is the picture of the mixing bowl here. It's actually your built-in weighing scale. So remember to click tare to zero rise. All right, so now it says here, the good thing about Cookie Dough is that it will give you guided steps, okay, guided instructions from start to finish. So now everybody can cook, okay? So all you need to do is click on tare, and we're gonna place 275 grams of apples inside the mixing bowl. Okay, and all you have to do is just click next, okay, and read the next instruction. So it says insert measuring cup into mixing bowl lid. So this is the measuring cup being explained earlier. So all you have to do is you have to place it on the mixing bowl lid, okay, and then you select next again. Okay, so with the guided cooking mode, it will actually set the time, temperature, and all you have to do is just turn the speed. Okay, so for here, we are just going to blend it. So we're going to blend it for 5 seconds and turn speed selector to speed 5. All you have to do is just read the instructions below and turn it to speed 5. Okay, so if you hear this music, that means you're ready for the next step. It's calling you to go to the next step. All right, so then you click next. It says here, scrape down sides of mixing bowl with spatula. So this is your spatula. All you have to do is scrape down the sides, push everything down. All right, just going to show you. Okay, so now just click next and read the next instruction. So it says here add 450 grams of water. All right, so don't forget to click tear. Okay, so I just want to show you. And when you put in the ingredients, it will measure. All right, and then click next again. So it says add 4 cloves. Okay, so I have my cloves here. So you just add it inside. All right, and just scrape everything. And then click next again. So only 2 simple steps. Insert measuring cup into mixing bowl lid. All right, and then click on next again. So it has already, it's been set, yeah, the time, temperature, and we have to just turn the speed. So we will cook it for 35 minutes at 90 degrees and speed 1. Okay, so you see the thing about the TM6 is that I really like the temperature control. Okay, so when you can control the temperature, it actually helps you. You can avoid overflowing of the liquids. Okay, you know, sometimes if you cook this or if you boil this conventionally, you sometimes can find that the liquids will overflow. But now with the temperature control, you can actually set the temperature to avoid the water or the liquids to overflow from your mixing bowl. Okay, and besides that, we also want to preserve the nutrients of the apples. Okay, so if you overcook or overboil, when you cook over the stove, you will actually eliminate all the nutrients you need. So the perfect time actually start. Okay, besides that, you can do a lot of other beverages with this. For example, you can do a 6 seconds lemonade or orange juice, milkshakes, coffee, lattes, a lot more. Okay, and the other benefit is that, look, for 35 minutes after this, I don't even have to stir or monitor. I can just leave it. Okay, whereas if you cook it over on the stove, you can't leave it. You have to watch, you have to look after the fire, and you have to keep on stirring. So yeah, it is really convenient to cook using the Thermomix. Okay, so after this, I will actually strain it using a fine sieve, and I will show you guys the end result later. So now I will pass it to Sunita to do the next demonstration. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So today we're going to do a recipe called Serunding Udang. Okay, so this is a very popular recipe, especially in Malaysia. And with those who are fasting now, I think it's going to be a good recipe because you can actually make the serunding and then use it as a filling for your pulut, to make your pulut that you wrap in banana leaf, etc. Okay, so this is also a cookie dough recipe. So cookie dough has about 68,000 recipes, and I'm sure you'll never run out of things to cook. So I've already saved it under Cook Today for my week. So I just have to go into my week, and the recipe is there. And as Zarina mentioned, you can actually scroll down to look at the ingredients. So I'm just going to say start cooking. And I need 120 grams of fresh grated coconut. All right. And then you just go next. 50 grams of dried shrimp, which has already been rinsed. So obviously, after it's been rinsed, the weight will be a lot more. And 7 dried chilies. I'm only using 4 because these particular chilies I bought are really super hot. Next, a stalk of fresh lemongrass, which I have already sliced into thin slices, because you can't put the whole lemongrass in. It won't blend properly, so just cut it into smaller pieces. 30 grams of shallots. Okay. 2 garlic cloves. 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin, and a 1/4 teaspoon of fennel. So I've got all the powders here. And insert measuring cup. And it says 10 seconds, speed 10. So because it's guided, it's already preset. I'm just going to turn it all the way to 10. And just go next. I will show you what it looks like. So it's beautifully ground up. All right. So we're just going to scrape it all down. Next, 10 grams, just 10 grams of cooking oil. Next, insert measuring cup. And next. So now it's going to cook for 5 minutes on 120 degrees. Speed spoon. Okay, so that's the first turn. And it says preheat oven. So my oven is already preheating. So just to share with you, the Thermomix is also great for kneading. So if you like making breads, etc., use your Thermomix for kneading all your bread dough. I made pizza for dinner yesterday and it was so easy. You just knead the dough for 2 minutes, leave it to proof for 1 hour, and then you just flatten it, roll it out, put whatever toppings you want. So you don't have to worry about the set menus that you get from Pizza Hut or Domino's. Just make your own pizzas and you can put as much as you want, okay? So it's really great for kneading. You can also make your own pasta, your own mantou or fishball paste. You can also make ice cream in the Thermomix. So if you don't know how, please do ask your advisors. We make the easiest ice cream, the healthiest ice cream with just pure frozen fruits, okay? And then we're using now 120 degrees is what we call the sauteing temperature or low temperature cooking. So this is the perfect temperature for sauteing your spices, etc. when you want to do a dish. So like when I do my mutton paratal, I actually saute all my spices with 120 degrees, and then I add in my mutton and the other ingredients and then cook it. So that is a great temperature. It's also used for stir fries, etc. Right? But we also have high temperature mode, which is for browning your meats, etc. And also the caramelization mode, which is 170 degrees. So high temperature and caramelization will be accessible via Cookie-Doo. So when you do recipes on Cookie-Doo, it will automatically go into those temperatures. Okay, so it's really, really nice because as Zarina mentioned, we have perfect temperature control with the Thermomix. So with the perfect temperature control, you can actually choose what temperature you want to cook something at. So we have 37 degrees for baby food, etc. And we have 50 degrees for melting chocolate. If you want to do chocolate ganache, etc. I made a triple chocolate layer cake for my daughter's birthday, and I used the 50 degrees for melting the chocolate for the ganache and for the toppings. And then 60 degrees to dissolve your gelatin, which is amazing when you're making cheesecakes, etc. 70 degrees for sauces. Particular sauces sometimes need particular temperatures. You cannot go over a certain temperature. 80 degrees when you want to brew your tea or coffee. And then 90 degrees for kaya. You can make the most amazing kaya at home. You don't have to buy your pandan kaya or your caramel kaya outside. 120 degrees is what we're using now to saute. And 160 and 170 for browning and caramelization. All right. So the Thermomix, because of the perfect temperature control, I actually don't have to even watch when I'm cooking something. I can leave it and attend to something else. For those of you that have small children at home, you might have a child requiring your attention. So it's very convenient because you can actually leave it to cook and attend to more important things, right? So I find this extremely useful because I can catch up on prepping other ingredients or doing something else or answering messages, etc. Right? So we've just got about 30 seconds to go. And once this is done, I'm going to have to put it onto a tray. So I'm just going to spread it out on a tray. And it's going to be baked in the oven for about 10 minutes as well, right? And then it's got the most amazing smell. Anything with dried prawns will smell amazing. So it's almost done. Your Thermomix also has an auto cooling down feature. So don't be worried if you see it goes into cooling down mode. Okay, next. So now it says done. All right. And it says transfer mixture to a baking tray. So this is what it looks like now that it's done. Okay. So I'm just going to transfer this to the baking tray and bake it in the oven. So in the meantime, I'm going to hand it off to Olivia to show you the next dish.
Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Olivia. So today I'd like to share with you a recipe which is called the lemon chicken. So this is one of my favorite recipes, and also the children, the family likes it as well. So what I'm going to share with you is about low temperature cooking. Okay. So first, the ingredients to prepare, very easy. So if you're heading off to work in the morning, you can always prepare this ahead of time. So all you need to do is this is free-range chicken, chopped, okay, and I marinated with oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, and light soy sauce as well. So all you need to do is marinate this, keep it in the fridge, and when you're back from work, you can actually pop this in and cook, okay? So I like to use a Ziploc bag. So this is a BPA-free Ziploc bag. So I always use a Ziploc bag to marinate because I feel that it is evenly marinated, unlike when you place it in a bowl or a container. You know, some of the chicken is marinated and some is not. Okay, so I always use a Ziploc bag, okay? And it's not messy, and you know, you don't need to do a lot of cleaning, you know, washing the container and all. Okay, and I have few slices of ginger here. Okay, I have honey, right? Slices of lemon, and I also have oil here. Okay, so this recipe is from Cookie Dough. So Cookie Dough, I love using Cookie Dough because there are a lot of recipes to explore. Currently there are more than 68,000 recipes, and all the recipe in Cookie Dough, our award-winning library, it's all step by step and it's guided cooking. Okay, so for those of you who do not know what to cook or who do not know how to cook, all you need to do is go on Cookie Dough, and you can actually refer to a lot of recipes. Okay, so you can view Cookie Dough via your screen, your touch screen here, your phone, or even your desktop. Okay, so okay, just search for lemon chicken and scroll down. You will see here on your right is the ingredients to prepare, and on your left here is the method, and it will also show you the serving size, the time for preparation, and the total time for cooking. All right, and all you need to do is shop for the ingredients and let's start cooking. Okay, so here it has the first instruction is actually to place a large bowl, all right, on the lid, and then weigh the chicken, which I've already done. So basically here the first few steps is to let me know that I have to marinate the chicken. Okay, and next is place in the ginger slices. So it is so specific, the recipe. It even tells you it is 3 cm. Okay, so it's very, very precise. Okay, and then next is add in cooking oil. So I have 15 grams of cooking oil here, which I've already pre-weighed. Okay. Next step is to insert the measuring cup and the lid here. And next, okay, so here the recipe has already preset for me the time, the temperature. So for general cooking is 120 degrees, okay? And the next step is all I need to do is to turn to speed 1. So now it is sauteing the ginger slices, okay? So let's ask some questions, all right? So what type of oil do you normally use? Okay, maybe you want to type in the chat and let me know what kind of oil do you use at home. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, just let us know what type of oil you use when cooking. So some of you may use olive oil, some may use vegetable oil, you know, palm oil, peanut oil. There's so many types of oil in the market, okay? But for me, I've been a user I've been a user for many years, and I always use olive oil because, as we know, olive oil is one of the healthiest oils to cook. It can lower cholesterol. It can also have a lot of health benefits to it. But do you know that cooking with olive oil over the stove, it is actually toxic and is carcinogenic? Why? Because olive oil has a low smoking point, okay? So do not use olive oil over your hot fire, all right? And it is safe to use with Thermomix because right now we are actually cooking at a low temperature at 120 degrees, okay? So it is safe to use. So if you're cooking with healthy cooking oils, please use your Thermomix. Why? Because you're not burning the oil and you're actually preserving the nutrients of the oils, okay? And all right, so while it's sauteing now, okay, as you can see, normally if you saute over the stove, you will actually be stirring, right? And can you walk away while you're sauteing your ingredients? For example, like if you're sauteing your garlic, your shallots, you can't walk away and do other things. But with Thermomix, I can actually be leaving it alone to cook for me, and then I can walk away and do other things. So this is what I really like about Thermomix. Okay, so it's going to saute for a while. And as you can see here, my kitchen is white. And I don't have a kitchen, I don't have a hood actually. I don't have a hood above me, right? And I really like the way it cooks because my kitchen is always clean. And even after cooking this lemon chicken, I do not need to wipe the countertop and the tabletop. And I do not even need to mop the floor, okay? Because there's no oil splattering. And very important is that I'm not inhaling gas fumes, because gas fumes is actually bad for our lungs. Okay, so normally when you cook over the stove, actually we are the first filter. Okay, and then only it gets absorbed in the baked food, right? And after cleaning, what we dislike most is cleaning the walls, cleaning, you know, all the oil, you know, which is accumulated over time. Then we have to clean the food, and then we start to smell. So especially, you know, now Ramadan, our Muslim partners, you know, we are friends and we are cooking like curries, rendang and things like that. Imagine we have to do so much cleaning after cooking, and it's such a mess. So you should get your Thermomix and start cooking today, and you do not need to be toiling in the hot kitchen, okay? So, and you can have makeup on and you can look good, and you know, you can walk away and do other things. You don't have to be always standing, stirring and feeling hot, right? So after this, next I'm going to add in the chicken, the marinated chicken, and also honey, okay? So the recipe here says that to use the brown sugar, but I'm going to substitute with honey. So cookie dough recipe, you can always tweak a bit according to your preference. So I prefer to use honey, right? And especially when you cook honey over the stove, what happens? It will actually have a very high chance of burning, yeah, because honey, it's not something easy to handle, especially things with sugar and things like that. Over the stove, it will normally burn, okay? So now I'm going to go to the next step. Okay, so I'm adding in the honey, and next is the chicken. So I'll add in the chicken first, okay? Next is the honey. Right, next step, very simple. Put on the lid. Okay, so I'm going to cook this for 13 minutes at varoma temperature. Okay, and turn speed selector to slow stir, which is the spoon, is like the ladle, you know, while you're stirring. So right now, what it's doing inside is actually going to stir fry for me for 13 minutes, okay? So after 13 minutes, what I'll do next is to add in the lemon slices, and it will continue to cook for about 1 minute, and my lemon chicken is ready. So while this 13 minutes, I can actually go read a book and do other things, and I don't need to be stirring, okay? So I will be back shortly to show you the end result, okay? Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, Ezrin here. Selamat berpuasa to all the Muslim customers, everyone here, Muslim friends. Okay, so today I'll be cooking a manual recipe. So Zarina, Sunita and Olivia did the cookie dough. So I will be sharing you how do we cook using the manual way. All right, so it's as simple as cookie dough as well. You just need to know the 3 dials on the main screen. Okay, so this recipe today is called Asam Ladies Fingers, and it's from our latest cookbook. Okay, it's called One Pot Wonders, and this cookbook is really awesome because you just need to use one pot the whole time. Is just everything happens in here. Okay, there's no varoma needed and all that. Okay, so this recipe on the cookbook, okay, so it says that it's for 5 portions and it's easy. All right, preparation is just 5 minutes. And total time for cooking and preparation is 15 minutes. Okay, so it's very easy. So just like cookie dough recipes, all our Thermomix cookbook will tell you all this information as well. Okay, how many portions and how easy it is and how long to prepare. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So first we need to blend the garlic and belacan. Okay, so here we have 2 garlic cloves. Okay, so just put everything inside. And then belacan, I have, this is a 1/4 teaspoon, okay, of belacan. Just put inside. Okay. And then we are supposed to blend it for 5 seconds and speed 6. Okay, so here you just turn to 5 seconds and then go to speed 6. Okay, so when you hear the sound, it's ready. Okay, so just tap on the screen or you can press the knob. All right. Okay, so just 5 seconds. This is what you get. Okay, very fine. So if you don't like something, you don't like it to be this fine, you can actually reduce the speed. Okay, so instead of speed 6, you can go to speed 5 or 4. Okay, up to you. All right, so we just need to scrape it down because now we are going to saute it. Okay, so it says here to add chili padi. Okay, so we need to add chili padi, and we have here asam keping that is shredded. Okay, so add all in. So if you don't want it to be spicy, you can just omit the chili padi. Okay, and then we are going to add the oil. So we have here 20 grams of oil. So the good thing about Thermomix is we have a built-in scale. Okay, so if you scroll the screen to this side, you can press the scale button and you can measure your ingredients. Okay, so I need here 20 grams, so just pour 20 grams. Okay, so you can see it's in 1 gram increment. So it's very precise, especially if you like to bake, you know, every 1 gram matters, right? Okay, so I have here 21 is okay. So now we're going to saute this for, 5 minutes. So all you have to do is just turn the time dial until you get 5 minutes. Okay, and then temperature will be 120 degrees. So turn right until almost at the end. Okay, and then speed, we are going to go for speed spoon. Okay, so spoon is the first stirring speed, which is the slowest one. Okay, so the spoon speed means it's just how slow you stir. So if speed 1 is like faster, you know, it's just the speed of you stirring inside. Okay, so usually when you saute something, the speed is usually at spoon, or maximum is usually speed 1, okay, depending what you're cooking. And then all sauteing is usually at 120 degrees. All right, so if you cook rice, it's at 100 degrees, but most sauteing is at 120. Okay, so here I put in, there's garlic inside, there's belacan, okay, there's asam keping. So if you do this over the stove, you cannot leave it, right? You have to keep on stirring and you might be smelling like belacan. Okay, so here when you cook with Thermomix, you don't have to worry about smelling like belacan because whatever we cook in here, because our oil is not burnt, okay, so because of that, your food is also not burnt, so it doesn't create any fumes, okay? So all those things that lekat on your baju, your hair, those are all fumes. And then sometimes if you live in a condo, you know, if you cook belacan, your whole condo or even the whole floor will start smelling like belacan, right? So with Thermomix, you don't have to worry. These are all just vapor, okay? So it doesn't stick on my baju today. So if I want to go out after this, I don't have to worry about smelling like belacan. Okay, especially if you have to prepare food for your family and then you need to go out and work, you need to go out for a date with your husband maybe. Okay, you can cook, you don't have to worry, and you can still go out looking good and smelling good. All right. Okay, so after this, we will have to add the lady's fingers. Okay, and then basil. Here we have 12 leaves and some chili, okay, cut up chilies and fish sauce, okay, and sugar and water. Okay, so cooking veggies with Thermomix is really awesome, okay? I know a lot of mothers, they tell me that their kids started eating veggies when they cook with the Thermomix, because when you cook veggies on using your Thermomix, especially at 120 degrees, you preserve all the nutrients. Okay, and when you preserve all the nutrients, you get to bring out all this natural flavor of the veggies, especially like, you know, carrots, broccolis, even lady's fingers. You can taste it's really nice and sometimes sweet. Okay, something that is hard to get when you cook on the fire, because when you cook on the fire, the temperature goes up to 180, 200 degrees. It's really hot that it will burn the oil and also burn your food. So you lose all the nutrients. Okay, so kids like to eat something that looks vibrant, right? So when you cook veggie with Thermomix, the veggie will be vibrant and the taste is nice. So kids will slowly start eating veggies again. Even myself, I never really used to eat a lot of veggies. But with Thermomix, you really have to try it. You really get the really sweet flavor and natural flavor of the veggie. Okay, so later we can see the color of the veggie. Okay, and in restaurants, how they get this vibrant color is usually they will blanch in hot water. Okay, so when you blanch in hot water, half the nutrients are gone. Okay, and then after that, they will stir fry on the wok. Okay, then the other half is gone. So they have to, you know, letak MSG, put all these other seasoning and flavoring just to get back that really nice taste for the veggie. But with Thermomix, you don't have to use a lot of seasoning. You know, if you cook the simple broccoli and carrot, you just need to put in just a little bit of salt is good enough. Or even if you don't want to put any salt, especially if you have kids, you don't have to put it. It's really nice already. Okay, so here today we just have, I'm not even using any salt. I'm just using a bit of sugar and the fish sauce. Okay, so you have to try cooking your veggie when you get your Thermomix. Okay, so what else can we do other than low temperature cooking? Like Sunita said, we also have high temperature cooking. So you have to try our saute mushrooms, okay, our saute veggies at a little bit higher temperature, which is 160 degrees. It's still considered low, okay, but you get extra aroma and flavor from the food. Okay, so this one, you have to use a cookie dough recipe. Okay, and you can also do caramel sauces. You can do lollipops for your kids, all from the comfort of your own home. Okay, I've tried making caramel before on the fire. It's not easy, okay, because you need that constant temperature. So we all usually don't cook with thermometer inside our pan or pots, right? So, but with Thermomix, once you set at 170, it will stay at 170. So you get the perfect caramel. Okay, so I've made so-called Garrett's popcorn before. So I make the sauce in here, salted caramel sauce, and then I pop the popcorn on the stove, and then I just pour and stir. It's really, really nice. So you have to try the popcorn recipe as well. Okay, so we also have a few modes. Okay, maybe I'll explain about layered cooking. Okay, so we also have this Thermomix. You can do 4-in-1 cooking. Okay, so this is considered 1 layer. Okay, but you can do 4 up to 4. Let me continue and put this first. Okay, smells really good. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, so now we need to add in the this is lady's finger. So we have here about 150 grams. Okay, so just add everything in. Okay, and then basil leaves, red chili. Okay, red chili. This is half a chili. Okay, and then fish sauce. This is 3 teaspoons. Okay, not much. 3 teaspoons. And then we have sugar. Okay, and water. Okay, just a little bit of water. Okay, so now we are going to cook this for 3 minutes. All right. So just go back to the time, set to 3 minutes. Okay, and then temperature is also 120 degrees. Okay, so now we have to activate the reverse button. Okay, so if you read a cookbook or you read recipes from online, you will have this reverse button, just like the same one that you can see on this speed dial. Okay, so there's a small button here, you just press it and it says reverse enable. So reverse enable means now you are using the blunt side of the blade, okay, because we don't want the sharp side to chop our veggies. All right, so go to speed spoon, the slowest stirring speed. Okay, so whenever you cook, if you put if you put your meat in, your veggie, just make sure you're on the reverse. If not, your meat, your veggie will be cut. Okay, so if you use a cookie dough recipe like Zarina and Sunita and Olivia, you don't have to worry about setting this reverse button. Okay, a cookie dough recipes will activate it for you. But if you cook manual way like this, you need to activate yourself. Okay, I know there's a few accidents sometimes, you know, first time users, you all will experience this, but don't worry. If you kena once, after that you won't do it anymore. Okay, so you just need to remember, once you put in meat or veggie, just make sure you're on the reverse button. Okay, all right, so layered cooking. All right, so my favorite is to I will put water at the bottom, and then I have my rice in the simmering basket, and then I'll have veggie and meat at the top. Okay, so you can do layered cooking, 4-in-1, 3-in-1, just in a matter of 18 minutes to 20 to half an hour. Okay, very fast. So you just have to put everything in and then you can just leave. All right, and steaming is really encouraged in Thermomix because it preserves the vitamins and also the nutrients. Okay, so try our 4-in-1, 3-in-1 recipes. We have a lot in Cookie Dough. Okay, so here are some modes that we have. Okay, the first one is called the kettle mode. This is different from your normal kettle because your normal kettle, once you turn it on, it goes straight to 100 degrees. Okay, so with Thermomix, you can actually set the temperature that you want. So if you want to heat up baby, you want to make baby formula milk, you can set it at 37 degrees. Okay, and you want to have your green tea and coffee at 75 and coffee at 95 degrees. Okay, so it's not too hot that you will not burn the, you will taste a really nice flavor from your tea and coffee. Okay, because 100 degrees sometimes is too hot to enjoy your coffee and tea. Okay, so we also have slow cook mode up to 8 hours. Okay, so this is really wonderful because your Thermomix is stirring for you for the amount of time that you're cooking. Okay, let's say you're making beef stew for 2 hours. So every minute it will turn slowly on reverse, okay, to kacau the meat. So imagine how much flavor, how tasteful it is when someone is continuously stirring for you, right? So you don't have to be there. You can just set and then just leave it, okay, even up to 8 hours. Okay, so we also have fermentation mode. If you are a bit more adventurous, you can try making your own yogurt and cheese even. Okay, you have a lot of recipes in Cookie Dough. Okay, you can start at night, and when you wake up, your yogurt will be ready. Okay, and last one is my favorite mode. It's called sous vide mode. Okay, so sous vide function is when you can when you get restaurant quality food at home. Okay, so what you need to do is you just put the meat in the BPA free plastic bag. Okay, so your meat or even fruits or egg, okay, and then you put it in the Thermomix. So it's called the water bath method. Okay, and you cook it for low temperature, but quite a long period. So it depends. Sometimes steak is 1.5 hours, salmon even 20 minutes is ready. Okay, and in restaurants, this is what they do. Okay, they have sous vide machine at the back, and let's say you order your steak, you ask for medium. So they will take out the meat from the sous vide machine, and then they will sear it to that to the doneness that you want. So maybe 30-40 seconds one side, and then they will serve it to you. Okay, so that's how they get really nice juicy meat, okay, using the sous vide method. So now you can do this in the comfort of your own home. So you have to try the sous vide function. Okay, so our veggie is ready. Okay, it smells really, really nice. Okay. So that was just 3 minutes. So if you're cooking veggies like broccoli and carrots, you will cook for 4 minutes. Okay, this is considered like soft veggie. So we cook for only 3 minutes. Okay, so I just pour everything here. So since we puasa, then I'll have to wait lah until berbuka. Okay, for those yang tak puasa, you can straight away cook after this for your lunch. And recipes, you know, recipes by Cookie Dough, especially during puasa, is so useful because Cookie Dough recipes are all tried and tested. So even if you cook during puasa and you cannot taste it, when you buka puasa, it will be perfect. Okay. Even manual recipes like this from our cookbook, you have to try as well. You don't have to adjust the seasoning. It's all good. Okay, so look at that. Really nice. Okay, you see? Smells really good. Okay, so now I will pass back to Peng Peng to continue the rest. Okay, see you later. Thank you.
Hi, I'm back. It's really interesting, right? What Thermomix can do. I think if it's your first time, you'll be like, wow, really? No wonder a lot of people have started to use it. And you know, when from the beginning, you imagine Zarina made tea, and it's in fact very healthy tea. It's caffeine-free tea made from fresh apples. From the same recipe, right? You can also create good tea, like adding in oranges, pineapple, cranberries, you know, to make it a different flavor. When Zarina picked this recipe, I thought it's interesting. Apple tea, something that I've never heard before. But I gave it a try. I'm actually cooking it now, and I'm actually smelling, you know, the its flavor all around the home. It's really comforting. And apple, because I am nutritionist myself, if you read out about apple, it's very good that it controls the sugar level. It is also a great source of fiber, and potassium. And it is also a very good, good for your stomach and your bowels. So, for those who are going through fasting, friends are going through fasting, this can be something that you can try after your fasting time. You can actually make this. It's actually very comforting for your digestive tract. All right, so do try this apple tea. And after that, you saw Sunita did serunding. I was like, wow, serunding without any mess in the kitchen, and she actually cooked it in her dining room. Okay, and later you will see the end results. And then after that, you saw Olivia make the main course chicken, lemon chicken, and as she's cooking with honey and sugar, right, she just let the Thermomix take care of the cooking itself as it continues to stir and cook for her. And she was actually moving away that she could dedicate her time for her daughter, perhaps, or for her family, right? And you can enjoy it too. And Esri did a wonderful vegetable, sambal belacan vegetable, in her dry kitchen, and she was all dressed up. And these are all the wonderful things that you can enjoy. Seriously, when you look at it, it is really quick and easy. Everyone can cook, right? So it doesn't matter if you have been cooking all your years or if you're just starting to cook for your family. It is all right, okay? You can cook. We have thousands and thousands of recipes to help you and to get you started. Healthy eating, cooking at the right temperature is important. Some of us, like myself, I do invest in organic vegetables. Now, why do we buy organic vegetables? Because of the nutrients, because it has no pesticide. We want more vitamins in our food for our family. But then we realize that the way you prepare the food after that makes a big difference too, right? If you cook it at a high heat, you actually burn everything, right? But cooking it at the right temperature actually retains the nutrients for us, and our family enjoy the full nutrients of organic food. And it is great. And also cooking at home, you would then omit all the unnecessary MSG, preservatives, and whatnot. Okay, and then you can really have that enjoying yourself at home. Auto cooking, as it's cooking now, I'm making my tea. I'm actually chit-chatting with all of you, having a great time together. And at the same time, you saw our kitchen. All you need is just this little space for this super kitchen machine, which is the Thermomix, yeah? And as we cook, whether you're cooking sambal today or you're cooking chili paste or you're cooking curry or making a rendang, it is okay. There is no fume in the kitchen anymore. And after cooking, there's no wiping, there's no mopping that is needed, and there is no smell, especially in your hair. All you need to wash at the end, it is just the Thermomix tea at home. Okay, so how do you enjoy all this? So there is the two options for purchase. The first would be the 6988, which is the full payment option. We do accept Visa, Master, or debit card as well as direct transfer. Or you can also go for financing. Financing up to 24 months, working out to only 290 ringgit a month, 9 ringgit a day. 9 ringgit a day that you can do so much. You can explore up to 5 meals a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of happy cooking with your family. And see, my tea is done. I do not even need to check, and the Thermomix tells me, hey, your tea is done. I just need to touch the screen so that the music will go off, and I'll just let it sit inside. It's okay. So whether you're going for full payment or financing, at the moment, because of Mother's Day, we're extending this special thermal server as a purchase and posting, simply because we do not advertise. So when you purchase a Thermomix, this 360 ringgit gift is kept for you, okay? So until you just need to get 3 to 6 friends, gather them together, either in your home or you can get them to our Zoom or to our office studio as well, to watch an interesting demo like what we enjoyed today, and you're able to claim your 360. So why a thermal server is such a wonderful accessory to have? It is an insulated bowl. So for example, I made my tea, I want to keep it warm. I do not need to look for another thermal pot to keep. Okay, I can actually keep it here and cover it, and it will keep it hot for a few hours. At the same time, you can also keep whole food. For example, I like to keep my salad inside, or if you make yogurt, no space to no container to keep your yogurt, you can use this as your yogurt container. All right, this will also be a very good accessory to make your tofu fa. Okay, because you want to incubate it for your soya bean milk to turn into tofu fa, so you can use this thermal server as well. Now, this is current promotion, and it is ending tomorrow night. Okay, because our stock is running out, so the company is actually stopping this gift. So we have for everyone to place the order to enjoy this gift until tomorrow night. So as long as you place your order, you will be getting this gift. It will be kept for you. You can host, you can actually gather your friends later on. Okay, so do place your order as soon as possible. All right, so when the order is placed, this is the full set of accessory that come together. It will come with the simmering basket, the splash guard for high temp cooking. There will be also the spatula for to help you to scrape food. Okay, and then there is a butterfly for whisking, for making meringue, for whipping your egg whites, for whipping cream. Okay, so this is the complete set. It comes with also a basic cookbook, so you can opt for whether you prefer it in English version or Chinese version. We have two choices for you. All right. And at the same time, once you've gotten the Thermomix, your advisor would be going to your home. All right. Or if it's not convenient to step into your home now because of the current pandemic, we would also be able to do a personal Zoom together with yourself to get you started with using your Thermomix. Okay. So maybe you feel that, hey, when I get my Thermomix, the first thing I want to try is baking. I want to make my first butter cake. You can. Just inform your advisor that you want to try to make butter cake when you receive the Thermomix. They'll be giving you the recipe, the ingredients to prepare. And during the session, the one-to-one session, that's when you get started and make your very first cake. Okay? Or it could be your first serunding after saying serunding. Or it could be your first fried bihun. Or it could be your first rendang. Just let your advisors know, and we will be able to share the ingredients and recipes. Okay? All right. We also have something called the Thermomix Career. So remember, I shared about, when you want to go for your second unit, you do not need to purchase it. You can explore our partner program and earn your second unit for free. Right? This is the Thermomix Career, and I would like to share with you. Actually, it is beyond earning a unit for free. It can be a lifetime career for you, because I didn't even attempt to look into this as a career. I was looking at the free unit, and then I started doing it and was enjoying it, and then I continued the Thermomix Career as my full-time career. Okay, and I've been here with the company for 10 years, right? So can you, okay? And at the same time, while doing this, it is in fact very meaningful job, because you are sharing something so valuable and useful to many, many households, giving them the capability to put quality food for their family, right? And by doing that, right, it's actually very fulfilling. And at the same time, you're also gathering with friends who love to cook, and you can explore a lot more recipes together. And the best part is this career, you work on your own time. It is flexible. So therefore, you can still have a balance between work and family and still enjoy a career at the same time. Okay, so I hope that after seeing a show today, how do you feel? Can I have some response? We need some feedback. Seeing the show for the first time, or even if you've been here many rounds, what do you think about our cooking shows? Are you from 5-star being the best? Would you be giving us a 5-star or a 4-star? Can you type in our chat room? Don't be shy. Let us know, because we always want to improve ourselves. And if you feel that this is a wonderful thing, a wonderful, a happy session, and exciting session for yourself, I'm sure that it would be for your close friends, your close families too. Let them know you always have this every week for your friends to embark and on this show to learn more about Thermomix, or your friends using the Thermomix, they would like to learn more recipes. you could also invite them to join us. Okay, so think about friends, maybe who are chefs, they are starting a restaurant, and this could be a wonderful equipment to help them with their kitchen, in their cooking in the kitchen. Busy professionals like myself, long time ago, work a lot, very busy, no time to cook. And perhaps it's because of you sharing the words of Thermomix, you're giving them the joy to be able to cook at home. Or friends who invest in a lot of organic food, but didn't cook the right way, burning all the nutrients. Okay, let them know Thermomix cooks at low temperature, retaining the nutrients and vitamins of your food. Okay, friends who can't cook, invest in a lot of cookbooks. Right, cookbooks can be very challenging. Sometimes you look at it, it can be confusing as well, the instruction, right? But with Thermomix, you can be sure that you can cook immediately and straight away with 99 to 100% successful recipes. All right, so do share with friends. You wish to have more people joining us. The more, the happier, the more, the merrier. Okay? So before we leave, I would like to go around on different various scenes to see the result of the cooking from Sunita, from Zarina first, and then to Sunita, and then to Olivia, and then to Ashley. All right, so let's pass the screen to Zarina.
Okay, hi. Okay, so it's ready. My hot apple tea is ready. Can you see? Okay, so easy and simple. Just 2 steps.
Zarina, can you describe the smell?
Oh, it's very aromatic because of the cloves. We added 4 cloves, and the apple smell itself is so yummy. Can you see? Yeah, can you see clearly? All right. Yeah, because we added 4 cloves, so you can really smell the spices and the apple itself.
Great. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zarina. Thank you so much. Let's move on to Sunita.
So the Serunding Udang is done. And up close, that's how it looks. It's really, really fine and delicate, and would go great with even bread, or as I mentioned earlier, with your pulut. It smells amazing, obviously, because of the dried prawns, and it's so easy to make, guys. So please do order your Thermomix and start making your. And to all our Muslim customers and friends who are here, selamat berpuasa and selamat berbuka puasa if you are making this later.
Wow, great. And then we have the main dish now, which is Olivia's
Okay,
lemon chicken.
this lovely lemon chicken. Look at that. It is so easy. You saw how I did it. It is effortless, and I didn't break the sweat. That's the most important thing. So get your Thermomix today and start cooking the lovely dishes which our chefs have shared with you. And this is just so easy and simple, and I hope that you will try it. Yeah, for our Muslim partners, selamat berpuasa, and remember to try this tonight. Okay, simple, easy. I'm sure you have these ingredients available at home. Soy sauce, dark soy sauce, very common ingredients. And just pop this in, and then while you go take a shower, you can have this for dinner. So I'm going to have this for lunch. I'm going to quickly cook rice and vegetable. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed our show. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Great. Ashley.
Yeah. So my son is here. Okay, he loves Thermomix as well. Look at that. Okay, so my Asam lady's fingers is ready. It smells so good. I can't wait to eat it later. Okay. Yeah, so try this recipe, and I hope you all will order your Thermomix right away. Okay, still can make it for Ramadan, especially for Raya. It would be really awesome. Rendang is just 1 hour, and you don't even have to be there to stir it. Okay, have a good Ramadan, everyone. Thank you.
Right. Thank you for joining us. We wish for you to start cooking, have endless joyful cooking and healthy eating at home. Okay, so till next week, remember to gather more friends to join us. But most importantly, start cooking, all right? Start to get your Thermomix soon and start cooking with it. All right, have a good weekend. See you next week.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.